Hey fellow leggers, you are joining us on a very windy and potentially very wet evening where we are at the Southwark Playhouse.
It's pre-wet, isn't it?
Pre-wet, it's coming.
There was something in the air, and it was probably a torrential storm.
Torrential storm, pre-wet and coming.
Let's hope we don't drown and get turned into mincemeat.
Why is that, fellow legger Simon?
Because we are here to see a new, sort of new, and I'll explain a little bit why later, British musical called Operation Mincemeat.
So stick around, fellow leggers, to hear all of our thoughts.
Find out how many stars.
Whether it's break a leg
or leg it.
Back at the Southwark Playhouse. We haven't been here for quite a while. One of our favourite venues.
No, we were only talking the other day, and I don't want to jinx it, but I don't think we've ever seen anything here that we would consider to be bad. And now I've said it. I mean, come on. But do you know what? I know you like to steer away from the expectation, from what people are talking about, from the buzz, but there's quite a lot of buzz about this.
Then I don't want to hear.
And the reason that I say it's sort of new is because this is its third incarnation. Now, it's been here,
elsewhere?
as far as I know, it's been here twice before, one time cut short because of COVID,
right?
And now it's considering itself a work in progress piece, but it's going to be locked down during this run, which they've just extended. So after a certain point, I think in a week from now, no more changes. The final piece.
So it's almost like previews. We're
sort
still in
of
the
like
period of previews, and then the final piece starts. Okay, good to know.
Now it's and you know me, I love a true story.
Okay.
It's a true wartime story about an actual plot by the military, the government, to kill Hitler.
Well, considering I don't know anything about this apart from the title, that's quite interesting.
Yes.
It sounds like Valkyrie.
Well,
is it a different period in time?
No, it's a similar period in time because it is to kill Hitler. It's that same World War II time, but the people that got together, the brightest brains to put together this plan, included Ian Fleming, who wrote the Bond.
Yes.
In real life, he was a consultant for this mission to kill Hitler.
Oh my goodness.
And he's portrayed in this piece.
Wow.
So it's got Central London. It's got all the elements to potentially be as educational as it is fun. Now, it's not short, an hour and 55 minutes,
right?
But it includes an interval, and you know what we always say, we don't mind if it's long, so long as it's good.
Yes, don't mind if it's long, as long as it's good.
So stick around to find out all of our sort of interval breakdown half-time thoughts, and then
to the end to hear what we think of the whole piece and find out how many stars. Fellow leggers, we've come to the interval, which means it's time for the Break a Leggers 30-second interval breakdown.
Go, you can start.
Do you
really want me to start? I hate it with a fiery passion. Honest to God, I feel like I've been completely misled and duped. Do they pump something in the second act that makes you delirious? Because I'm hearing so much great stuff about this, but I'm not feeling it. What about you?
Not the same experience as you. Like, the act did feel long. I think there's some very good performances. They're committed. So there's something not quite right, but I'm laughing at certain points. Let's see where it goes.
Are we going back?
Yeah. Fellow leggers, we have come to the end of Operation Mincemeat.
And it's windy as hell down here. It's like the cut. You know, if you've ever stood outside the old Vic or the young Vic, you'll know what we mean. You basically get blown off.
I was disappointed. I thought he was going to come up with a witty, was it mincemeat? Or are we...
I could do that. I could do that. I could say, are we entertained, enlightened or thrilled, or do we wish we were dead?
That's
Is that
kind
what
of
you were going for?
Something like that. Anyway,
something like that, right?
Yeah, I guess you're wondering, what did we think of the show? Well, because when we came to the interval, right, you hated it, and I was undecided.
Yeah.
Second act, how are you now that the show's finished?
I hate it still. I hated almost everything about it. And the problem is, what's unforgivable to me is every moment for me felt like a wasted opportunity. It felt like do you know what? That could have really gone somewhere. There was an opportunity there to really punch us in the gut, and it wasn't taken. There was an opportunity there to elevate the humour from a 9 to an 11, like amp it up, and it was missed. There was an opportunity for us to fall in love with a character. But who the hell were they? And the question I asked above all else at the end of every scene and number was the dreaded why? Why are we here at this moment in the story? Why do we need that character? Why do we need that moment? It did not make sense to me, and I struggled with that. But do you know what? It's not a piece of me, this piece of theatre, but maybe it's a piece of you. What did you think?
I thought it was okay. There were lots of people in the audience who were absolutely loving it, and I thought there were some really funny moments. I thought some of the comedy timing and some of the comedy observations, the comedy placing and the comedy timing, the comedy placement for many of the actors was really bang on. I thought during some of the acting numbers, I had issues actually with some of the sound.
Yeah,
I don't know
the
if
sound
that's
where
just
we were sat, maybe.
of where we were sat. We're on the second row side to the side, so I don't know if we're getting the full back. So I lost some of
Burnt
the lyrics
out by the band we were
at times. So I don't know if that then affected my engagement. But I felt at times that when I did catch lyrics, I thought actually that's quite witty. I see where you're going there. I see where you're going with the style. Yes, this is quite fun. 5 cast members, all playing many different parts, so really get to flex their muscles and have fun. But it didn't quite land. It was too long for me. It was too long. I could easily
155 minutes. That feels like the best part of 3 hours, doesn't
2
it?
hours, 2.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
90 minutes straight through.
I was going to say this. If they are able to cut this to 90 minutes straight through, just get the good stuff. Come the end, I got it. Come the end, I saw that there's real heart to this piece, telling a story about patriotism, unsung heroes, saluting those who we don't know about, who actually have a big part in shaping our lives. I think there is a story to be told here and something for us to get. We get that.
Yeah.
But it's also so funny and so manic sometimes, it's almost too much, and I just want some people play it more grounded at times, and I would want that to seep through more often.
Interesting, because
sometimes it's too much. That's how I experienced it. It was okay.
It's a story that needs to be told, is what you were saying. You're saying, it deserves to be heard, this story. But the point is, we have a movie.
Do we?
The point
I've not seen
is,
the movie.
It was the. Did you not miss the? You missed
was
the entire
it as fun
bit.
and camp as that?
But there was an entire number about how it was turned into a movie.
I wasn't sure if that's just a fun number.
This is the problem for me. If you've got the opportunity to embellish the facts, then make them worth embellishing. For example, if you're going to mention a female assassin in the presence of Ian Fleming, why couldn't it be suggested that James Bond was inspired by a woman? Why can't we give it that? I'm thinking about Sylvia. The whole time I was watching this, we saw a work in progress production of Sylvia. We didn't even get the last scene, right? It wasn't done, it wasn't finished, and it was so much better than this, about a similar point in history with similar characters such as Winston Churchill, and that was exemplary, whereas this minimised things for me and just left me feeling like I wanted more. Why are we not getting more? Unforgivable, and they didn't even have a nice floor.
I thought some of the performances were really good. Interesting to have a switch of genders, adding a kind of switch of diversity, because otherwise I guess this would have been...
it's a pretty pale show.
It is quite
Let's
pale
say
show.
that, it really is.
Arguably there could be more in relation to that. I thought the band were having really good fun. I enjoyed the energy from the band, which is really good to see.
I mean, I'm glad that other people were having a good time.
Well, no, I had my commitment.
Okay.
You've got to commit to what you're doing, and every single one of those performers were committed.
They were
to the
committed, but the question I asked
and I enjoyed elements of all of what they were doing, just sometimes not placed correctly.
That's the question. Did the direction bring out the best in them? That's the question I'm asking, and I think it was, for me, very, very rare.
I felt it sagged. Like I say, 90 minutes straight through, the audience would be with it.
Now, what I do admire is the fact that this theatre company have put themselves together. They're called SpitLip.
Great.
And they have they've done a Matt Damon of the film world.
Brilliant.
Write it, put yourself in
Do
it,
do
it for
it.
you, which is an admirable feat, an absolutely admirable feat. But like, I'm still asking the question: is this the right story being told in the right way?
Someone needs to come in who's objective with some scissors and just go snip, 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 snip. I know you love this. I know it works well. I know it, but we need to just get the stuff and tell the story. And I think that's what it needs. If anything, that's what it needs. It needs that and a bit of grounding, a bit of, okay, this character, in order for this to land, it can't be that.
It can't be up there all the time. Where are the layers? And that was addressed for me, was like an unforgivable, like a fundamentally fatal flaw in that characterization. People were just one level of character, and opportunity was given to us to offer depth, and then just weren't taken. And I was like, what?
Can I struggle? In my opinion, the person who played Montague, I really liked.
We're going to really struggle to get the names, because we have no program and we have no photos on the website.
Whoever played Montague consistently, she played him really well. Really nice comic timing. Like, I was lured into those one-line punches, and those, like, it's almost the comedy of Mischief Theatre in a way. The play goes wrong, like the wit and the observation of that comic timing. Yeah, I thought was really good. I really liked what she did.
Where did Ian Fleming go?
Oh, we only had Ian Fleming, the character, at the start,
and then at the very end.
And that was really well observed and played in, because we know, obviously,
we know who
James
Ian Fleming
Bond,
is.
and so it landed. It was funny.
would have loved a chitty chitty bang bang option. I would have loved someone saying, "Oh, the car went off the cliff. Oh, imagine if that car could fly." I would have loved a chitty chitty bang bang
really
moment.
Playing on it.
Yeah, I would have loved that more, because we got Ian Fleming at the beginning and we got Ian Fleming at the end, but we got no point in Ian Fleming.
Okay.
That's my thing. I'm trying to find names of actual individual
Who are
people.
you? Who's in this cast?
Who
there's only 5 of them. I really also... well, it's not going to make any sense if you don't have the character names.
No.
But I thought there's the guy who played the kind of mortician guy. He had a good range of characters as well. He had good fun. Grounded as well when he needed to be, even in his comedy. That worked for me.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you know who you are. Right, we'll probably put it in the description. We'll probably make
we should probably put this bit at the beginning if you can get it in. Don't watch this review. Like those people, don't watch this review. We don't know who you are. And, you know, I wish I had better things to say personally. The number at the ended at 1. I'm still baffled. I'm absolutely baffled. I really am. Right, so we need to...
lighting, simple set, moving around of doors, which was quite fun. I wish they'd made something of that, because whenever they closed them, kind of jutted and moved around.
Very Prisoner Cell Block H.
It was quite knowing as well. They were playing with us as an audience, and I enjoyed that when they talked at us, when the gags were at us, when they broke that fourth wall. Again, I thought those moments were nice.
And I would almost be accused, and I could see myself getting accused here. What I would say is that the humour was very British, is what I say. I could see some Porridge, some Dad's Army in there. Like, I could see those classic period now, can you believe we're that old? Period pieces of British humour. Fawlty Towers, a little bit of Monty Python-esque almost, over the topness of it, but just not done well enough. I appreciate things like Porridge, and the guy that you're mentioning who played the mortician and played the secretary that works in the government office will make, when they do Porridge the musical, will make a fantastic Christopher Biggins, that character. Like, absolutely bang on. And I could see elements and touches of that writing, but no one is a genius like Ronnie Barker. No one can do that. Maybe they can, but they can't.
See, I disagree. I thought they did do it, and they did do it very well. But it was just in between other stuff, and they need to cut out the stuff. And that is the feature.
It's a work
that was
in
the stuff.
Progress. That's what we need to remember. But this is its
third
time out, and it's got about a week left before they lock it down. It's too late.
Well, they
For
say
me-
they're doing different stuff every day,
I mean,
and who
you ain't
knows
got
what can
time.
happen.
You ain't got. For me, you've not got time.
And there are already people that are loving this. There are already people that are
Yes.
standing up. And like I say, come the end, they're busy throughout.
I'm disgusted
and
with
it's
myself.
a long show,
Yeah.
so they earn their ovation.
I'm so disgusted
Appreciate them as artists.
with myself that I didn't love this more.
I wanted to love
because
it
the
more.
people that were talking to me about it are people whose opinions I really respect. And do you know what? That's why you try and avoid the hype,
I
right?
avoid the hype at
And
all
I
costs.
can't help but get sucked into it. I've mentioned suck quite a bit tonight. 2 glasses of wine, how many buddies? But I would say, what have I missed? Please tell me down below, what have I missed? Because I've completely missed the opportunity to have stayed in bed tonight. It's definitely what I've missed.
Anyway, you're probably wondering how many stars we are going to give Operation Mincemeat, which is currently playing here at the Southwark Playhouse.
A work in progress performance about to get locked down. We are going to give
2 stars, a compromise for us.
Compromise.
What is the story for you?
You thought it was mediocre. I thought it was shit. We've had to meet in the middle,
Okay, well that's your story from you. For me, it would have been a 3 stars. I thought it was okay.
which is middle of the road, right?
I thought it was okay. Like I say, I enjoyed the good bits. I absolutely admired what they're doing on stage and
I have
vocalists
no
as well.
problem with the performers. I just want to give them better material.
I would like to hear more of the stuff, but I thought what they were doing individually, there's a lot of talent there. There's a lot of comedy talent on that stage as well.
Absolutely.
And it's worth seeing just for that.
Yeah.
Saggy in the
Wow.
middle at the moment in the performance we see. Love to see what happens in the future, where it goes. I think this will be a fantastic fringe piece, a fantastic fringy touring piece as well. It's only one set. You have your band. I think if it's a small, intimate audience, even beyond this, up in Edinburgh or something, it would go down a storm. It'd bring the house down. Like, this is top caliber of that kind of performance.
But
for
you've
me,
got,
how
for
about
you,
how is it for you?
I'm just saying we've got, although it's fiction, it's not based on a true story, but what that adds to this piece I do not know. But if you're looking for that period and you're looking for that campy sort of fun off the wall humour,
It was very camp.
Miss Nightingale is way better than this.
Oh, I preferred this, I think. Elements of this. Oh, debatable.
Debatable.
Anyway, for
What do you-
another time. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
That's just what I think. What do you think? It's down
do
below,
you
guys.
think? We
Let
care
us know
about
in the
your
comments.
opinions.
Tear me to shreds if you must.
Let
But
us know what you
it's
think.
just my opinion. We want to know yours. We're the Breaker Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.